Mike Maghan is an obvious choice as a beacon. The only question is, what kind? Because when you look at his career in high school athletics spanning more than 3 decades, the impact is undeniable. But it also doesn't fit neatly into one place. Not one school, not one district, not one role. Because Mike Maghan's influence is bigger than that. He doesn't belong to a school, he belongs to a community, a profession, a movement in education and athletics. His story begins in 1952 in Pennsylvania in a military family defined by movement and service.
I was very young. I'd like to say I was made in Japan and born in Pennsylvania, but I was born in Pennsylvania, and so we moved around a lot. And so I was kind of the new kid in school a lot. I got to adjust, I had to adjust that. My dad's favorite saying was, don't hang up any pictures because you never know how long we're going to be here. So we moved about every 2 years for my first 5 or 6 years of my life. So
his father served 31 years in the U.S. Air Force. His mother worked in civil service. And along with his siblings, Mike grew up moving from place to place. Alaska, New Mexico, California, never staying too long in one spot, but always learning how to adapt, how to connect, and how to lead.
Yeah, I think struggling at anything teaches you life lessons. Failure at doing something rather than blame somebody else or make an excuse, what happened. So you learn from all those teachable moments. But I think I was real early, I didn't know how to play baseball. And all my friends, the few I had, they were playing baseball. I didn't know how to play. So that I just played a lot. I just kept doing it and doing it, watching it and doing it and doing it. And it became a passion for me. And so having that passion, I think, helps.
At Archbishop Mitty High School, Mike became a multi-sport athlete and a natural leader. He learned discipline and accountability, and he learned what it meant to be coached hard and to respond with character. Those lessons stayed with him long after graduation. After college at St. Mary's and later Oregon State University, where he studied forestry and science education, Mike found his calling: education, coaching, service. Not just teaching subjects, but shaping people.
I got the bug to be a teacher and a coach because I liked being around kids, loved it. So I got my first job at Sacred Heart, and it was eye-opening for me. I went through Catholic schools all my life, but these people had zero money. I coached 3 sports, no pay. I think I was $2,500 a year was my salary for teaching about 4 different subjects. But I learned a lot, I got to do a lot, became an athletic director at an extremely young age, made a lot of mistakes, learned from those, then tried not to repeat them, and then go to the next level. I wanted to go to a higher level each time, so Jervis helped me with that.
As a teacher, coach, athletic director, and eventually assistant principal, Mike helped build programs and build people. But it was at McNary High School where much of his legacy came into focus. For 15 years, Mike Maghan served as assistant principal and athletic director for one of the most comprehensive athletic programs in Oregon. 19 sports, hundreds of student athletes, and a culture built on Celtic pride.
Celtic pride was something that got brought up in a coach's retreat we did on the coast. And it was like, let's try to encourage more kids to go out. We wanted to get over 50% of our kids that are going to our school. That was a goal of ours, and we made it a few times. But one of the things we did was we encouraged them by calling it, we had a Celtic Pride Award. And on that award, we gave them a nice pendleton with their name on it if they played 3 sports for 4 years. They didn't have to be varsity, all 3.
Under his leadership, McNary didn't just compete. It grew, facilities improved, programs strengthened, a Hall of Fame was created, but even at McNary, his impact was never limited to one campus. Through his work with the Oregon School Activities Association, the Oregon Athletic Directors Association, and the National Federation of State High School Associations, Mike Maghan is not just a coach, not just an administrator, not just a teacher. Mike's a builder of people and programs, a connector of communities, and a quiet force behind generations of better coaching. That's why his legacy cannot be confined to one school, because his reach is too wide. his influence too deep, his impact too lasting. Mike Maghan is a community beacon.